Another example is a young person coming into a mentoring session, being angered and absolutely dismayed by the actions of a teacher. And it was as simple as the young person had their hand up in class. They wanted to answer a question. They had their hand up for the whole lesson, it seemed like to them. And the teacher answered the questions from the person on the left, the person on the right, the person before them, and the person behind them. But the teacher just ignored the young person with their hand up. This happens often. And actually, young people feel like the teacher is targeting them. Now, we have to remember, teenagers are going through puberty. They're highly sensitive. They may have just had an argument with mum or dad before they left the house, or maybe there's something going on at home that you're not aware of. But this situation makes a young person feel paranoid, especially if they're deemed as hard to reach. So how do we deal with that situation when a young person comes in and they're absolutely frustrated and angered by the fact that they had the answer to the question, but the teacher just ignored them? We go back to the core values of young people, feeling like they deserve to be with people who are genuine and who care about them. And also to the core value of feeling like they deserve unearned respect. Now, these core values are really important because actually they go down into the root of the young person's childhood. What's been going on in their family, what's been going on around their family. When it comes to the school environment, we teach the young person, yes, to not take things personally, but to also understand that you don't always have to prove yourself. That in order for the teacher to see your worth and value, and teachers, we know that you do value every child, but for them to start seeing that value for themselves is more powerful than the teacher, them receiving the value from the teacher. So when a young person's got their hand up like this and Miss or Sir doesn't answer them, we hope that the young person doesn't take it to heart. That the young person still feels like, you know what, I've got the knowledge and I'll just continue with my work. I'll continue gaining more knowledge, and it's okay for me not to have to answer the question. There's other people in the room who also may have the same answer. Or there's people in the room who may have a question and the teacher knows that they will have the question that will help the rest of the room. But once again, we're coming to the core values of the young people. And we're coming to the core values of this young person in particular. How did they feel violated? How did they feel that their values were being dismissed? When we're working with young people, that's what we do. We look at the core values, their core values that they probably established from their mum and their dad, their grandpa, their grandma, from their culture, from their religion, from society itself, from the new age of technology. And we work with those core values to build the relationships that will help them overcome things that seem tiny to us, but seem massive to them.